Alright guys, today's video is going to be a little different than normal. Obviously we're going to be talking about something new, something coming up, something that hasn't released yet, but is building a lot of hype, but also lost some hype because, well, Sega wanted more money. So anyway, I'm going to start talking about something that we should all be thinking about for the new release of Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. And what is that, you might ask? That will be characters. So I'm going to talk about 3 different categories, which are 100% possible, you know, what's realistic, what's existing IP that Sega has, let's say like Microsoft or Nickelodeon, and let's just say IP that I want that is something that maybe some of you might want and is possibly doable, you know? Could be. So let's start with Sega. 100% possible, 100% realistic. Something that they could do is we can get Classic Sonic and his Cyclone from Sonic Drift. You know, that would be a really cool callback, and they've done it for that iPhone Sonic racing game. I'm not an iPhone user, so don't kill me. The next person that I think is realistic are characters from old games, you know, like we could do like Mephiles from Sonic 06, Eggman Nega. No, I didn't say that word. We can get Chip from Unleashed, Trip from Sonic Superstars, and I think realistically, out of everything that I listed, I feel like this next part will be more likely than anything else, and it will be the new IDW characters as they're growing in popularity lately with the comics coming out. That would be Kit and Whisper. Those characters are pretty popular right now as they were in release of Sonic Forces Speed Battle. My favorite character, most of all, right now, everyone's favorite character from the IDW comics, Surge the Teneric. Huge chance. I just feel like she's got a huge chance of coming to this game because she's really popular. She's also a racer in Sonic Forces Speed Battle, and she's also one of the first IDW characters, if not the first, to get a alternate like variant in that game where she's like a Viking. Next, we're going to move on to the existing IP that we have, which would be Nickelodeon and Microsoft, and the possibilities of maybe getting some more characters from those brands. That being, first of all, we're going to talk about Master Chief. Wouldn't it be funny to just see him driving around in one of those fucking military Halo cars? I don't play Halo that much, sorry. Or maybe even that fucking, like, you know, it could be like his motorcycle, the alien motorcycle. Like I said, I don't play Halo, so please don't come at me in the comments. Or do. It helps me. The next character, next IP, Nickelodeon heavy. You know, we already have Avatar, Ninja Turtles, SpongeBob. But what if we had Danny Phantom, you know? Or Jimmy Neutron, or Zim from Invader Zim. Those were all characters that I remember seeing in a Nickelodeon racing game growing up, playing it in an arcade, or I want to say Chuck E. Cheese even. But I'm pretty sure they've had home releases of those games. But they could easily take the models from their carts and bring them to this game. It would be pretty cool. Now we're going into the Forbidden Zone. The 0 to 100% chance of possibility. You know, it could be anywhere. It could be 12%, it could be 80, it could be 7. These are more or less characters that I think are possible. Some sort of possibility, while also being not very possible. But hey, it's Sonic CrossWorlds, so we're gonna have a lot of cross-worlding in this game. And I want to start with Mega Man, who is Capcom, obviously. And the reason why I say this is because I believe it was during the Archie comics. We had a Mega Man and Sonic crossover, and it was pretty cool. I had the first 2 comic books. It was pretty nice, okay? So I think Mega Man would be a pretty good fit, you know, just cause, you know, just throw him in. It's not like I'm asking for Mario. It's not like, we know Mario's not gonna be able to get his ass into this game. He already has his own $80, $90 game, so fuck him. But continuing on Capcom, this is the part where we go bananas, if you will. And I'm gonna say I desperately pray every night on my knees. I just want to see Dante in the game, bro. Wouldn't it be so funny? I mean, Dante's already collabed with Sega before, no? Or am I wrong? I might be wrong. But you got, like, Dante's been in other games before. Shin Megami Tensei. Off the top of my mind, I don't know what the list. But him and his brother Virgil were just in Punishing Gray Raven. So they're still building a lot of hype around the Devil May Cry series lately. Even though Devil May Cry 5 came out, like, what, 2016? So 2025, you know? They could be 2026. Wouldn't it be so funny to just see Dante driving in a car or a motorcycle like he did in the manga or something? Maybe Virgil driving. I've seen funnier, or I haven't. I don't know. It'd be awesome. So yeah, that's just my wish list. You know, some are realistic, some are just me being delusional in the best way possible. But hey, you know, I want to know what you think. Drop your characters that you'd like to see in this game in the comments, and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. And don't forget to, I don't know, just live life. Alright guys, if you guys want to play this game when it comes out, I know it's going to be crossplay, so be sure to comment below. I'll be playing with a bunch of you guys if you're interested when the game's out. Be tuned for that. Alright, see you guys in the next video.